So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr War Games, bringing you Rob's first place undefeated pure Thunder Dragon deck profile. Now this deck has also been made on a budget. There is no... Outside of the Thunder Dragons themselves, there's nothing of a crazy expense. There's no dangers, there's no Levineers, there's also no extra decks like Borrel's Sword, or of course any of the high ranking power play monsters either. You basically resolve around your Thunder Dragon Colossus and your Thunder Dragon Titan, moving your plays further forward. Now Rob basically built this. He traded off a Pendulum deck for the Thunder Dragon deck, and they were both valued at just over £100. I think it was about 120 quid each. So this is how he's got this deck. He's taken this to locals. He's played this consistently, and he's been doing really well. I think he's had a couple of 4th place finishes, couple of 3rd place finishes, and then obviously yesterday he went 5-0 with this deck as well. Anyway, I'm going to take you through the profile, show you exactly what he's got, and try and explain exactly why he's got it as well. So we've got triple Thunder Dragon. This is purely because during your turn, you can discard one, search out the other one, and if you've got Titan in play, you're using the effect to pop. He also plays Thunder Dragon Fusion, so this is used as fodder to fusion summon actually Colossus the hard way, but it's also used to bring out Titan as well. Triple Hawk, now this is a bit questionable. You don't probably need to play 3 Hawk. You don't need to max out on all the Thunder Dragons as current. But of course Hawk is very good in the sense that you discard it, revive a Thunder Dragon from grave, and straight away you can turn that Thunder Dragon into a Colossus. Then Triple Dark, again questionable, however he does play a Law of Darkness in this deck, so banishing Thunder Dragon Raw off of that Law is one of the best results you can get, because you get a free summon from your deck for Raw, and also you can use the Raw's discard effect as well. Not in the same turn of course, but to revive a Thunder Dragon back from your grave to your hand. Then of course got the triple Thunder Dragon Dark again. Less so, it's good for a quick effect kind of usage for Titan, but the plays that I saw him make was he was bringing this mainly off of Raw to then get it off the field to search out your next Thunder Dragon, which is either going to be Matrix or of course Duo. And it does play triple Matrix again. This is another way of triggering Titan to pop cards, and it also, when it's banished, it recycles itself as well. And then of course it's got the one Duo, which of course can be very powerful, because you do have a lot of lights and darks, and it lets you recur your monsters and restack them back to the top of your deck. You've then got triple Batteryman Solo, straightforward on this one. Ditch any of your Thunder Dragons and then banish them in the graveyards. Triple Aloof Lupine, again additional usage because of Battery Solar Man. It's just another way of banishing cards and moving it further forward that way. These are all in place of dangers as well, by the way. And then you've got one White Dragon and one Black Collapse Serpent, alongside a one Destrudo as well. Now, he doesn't play any Synchros in his extra deck. Technically he could, but the reason he is using Destrudo is because it is an additional dart for the graveyard, and it can bring itself back and become a level 4 or lower dragon to be used for the Guard Dragon combo. Then for the hand traps, triple Ash and triple Veiler. Of course, these are probably the two most powerful hand traps right now, not including Lancia in the side, purely because these hit a range of decks right now and can cause your opponent a lot of issues, which is why you max out on them. We've then got triple Call by the Grave and triple Allure of Darkness. Again, all straightforward and simple on these ones, causing your opponent a heck of a lot of issues. Allure of Darkness is just because if you banish your Dark or of course your Raw, you're going to get an additional effect off of that, as well as going through your deck to draw into the cards that you need. Then 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. Again, this is one of the cards you search off of Dark, purely because you then play this, shuffle back 3 Thunder Dragons, and you go out on a Titan, and your Titan is going to be a boss monster, and then you can banish this from your graveyard during the next turn, and then search out a Thunder Dragon monster. And then of course you've got the one Gold Sarcophagus. It is only at 1, which is why you only play it at 1, but it's still very useful and can cause your opponent a lot of issues just by banishing your Dark from your graveyard, from your deck. Not only does it give you a summon, but it also gives you a way of pushing further forward during the next phase as well. So that is it for the main deck. Again, quite straightforward for a standard Thunder Dragon deck. But it is pure, and I think that's the one thing that makes it stand out above everything else, is purely that it is that little bit different. And pures can still cause a hell of a lot of issues, and if you can't afford the dangers, or you don't want to go heavy investing into the dangers right now, then this is another alternative if you like the Thunder Dragons. Now, he does play double Titan. Titan is very, very powerful in the sense that you're just constantly popping your opponent's stuff. It can miss timing, so you do have to be very, very careful with it, but anytime a Thunder card is activated in your hand, you get to pop one card on the field. 3200 beater and a 3200 defender, plus it obviously has the built-in protection effect that if it would be destroyed by card effect, you banish just 2 cards from the graveyard, any 2 cards you want. He does play triple Colossus. He was borrowing a Colossus off of myself for the weekend, but of course Colossus is always going to be very, very powerful. The fact it is a walk-in floodgate and stops your opponent searching just kind of shows the abusive power of this card, and it is one of the nicest looking cards as well. I love the look of both Ulti and of course Secret Colossus. Then moving on to the links, of course, the most noticeable link in the extra deck is your Summoner. Again, can be turned into a Colossus. During your opponent's turn, can revive a Thunder card from the graveyard as well. And it kind of just works nice on a bit of revival and a link to ability. For the link one, we've got the one Link Karibo, purely because your Matrix can go into this as well. And then for the Guard Dragons, it's very, very interesting his ratio line out. Well, not just the Guard Dragons, but his ratio line out of the extra deck is he's got the 1 LP, and then we've got the Hieratic Seal and the Nightmare Phoenix. So these are all very, very interesting. The fact that he doesn't go full-on Guard Dragon combo, because there's no full combo that you want to be doing off of your LPs. LP is only there to bring the Destrudo out from your deck, to then use LP and Destrudo to go into the seals. And we all know how powerful the seals is. It attributes itself, brings a dragon from your deck with 0 attack and 0 defense, or makes it 0 attack and 0 defense, and then bounces stuff back. And that can kind of be very, very used and abused, especially in the sense that you can also use the black and white Eclipse Wyverns to go into the Hieratic Seal as well. It's just an additional defensive play. It's not a necessity to actually go into it. I think the cards that actually won in more games are, of course, just the Colossi on themselves. Then for an additional link 2 that is also light is Lambda, because it is the most powerful link 2 right now, attack wise for the most generic and light. You've got Beat Cop, and then you've got Lamphalinkus, which is 1000 and 1400. You've then got the one Deco Talker, the one Borolo, and then the card that he actually said won him a game or a couple of games at the weekend was the Thunder Dragon Thunderstorm Mech. Again, it's just a link 4 Thunder Dragon beta. And the best thing about Thunder Dragons is they don't actually rely on the extra deck outside of Colossus and Titan. They very rarely need to go into it, because you make your Summoner, then make 2 Colossus below it, and then make a 3rd Colossus be a Summoner. That can be a good thing and a bad thing, in the sense that if you make 3 Colossus, yes, if you get Super Polyed, you still have a Colossus to rely on. However, the Super Poly is going to go into a Starving Venom. The Starving Venom is just going to zap the attack of that Colossus that's still left on the board, and then you're going to start banishing the Thunder Dragon resources from the graveyard to protect it. But of course, the whole idea is when you're banishing the Thunder Dragons, you're then recurring your resources, because you're going to be banishing ones that are going to get you searches, or just a general additional pluses as well. And that's what's going to keep the deck going, keep recycling, and keep pushing forward. It's not the best deck or best version of the deck by far, but what I'm saying is it's still very much playable. Do not write off pure Thunder Dragons. They can still cause you an issue, because Colossus is still at 3, and it can always be a pain in the butt when you've got a card that stops you searching and also protects itself from the graveyard effects as well. By banishing all the graveyard, or banishing Thunders in the graveyard, it can basically survive the turn. And then not only are you banishing cards just as and when you please, you can also get additional effects off of those, with your Thunder Dragons being searches, hand shuffles, and of course like searching out for a Matrix, or of course you then get a summon from deck. So it's crazy how them cards can protect it, and then give additional, plus for the deck as well as a whole. Anyway, that is it for Rob's Thunder Dragon deck profile. Like I said, the extra deck, there's a couple of bits that, if you have the alternative cards, by all means put in. The reason I show you Rob's decks are purely because He's a type of budget player that what he does is he gets one deck, and then uses that deck non-stop, learns it, does really well with it, and then trades it in for another deck that he likes kind of the sense of, or the feel of, once it drops down in price a little bit, which is why he went from his Odd Eyes Pendulums, which was a big pry away from him, to go to Thunder Dragons, and then obviously he's probably end up turning the Thunder Dragons into something else later on down the line. But it just shows you how you can recycle old decks, go into new decks, and when you've originally bought something for, like for example, his 10 years he's invested in lately, once you buy a deck at a lower price, if it does well, you then flip it for a bigger price and invest into another deck, and it's just constant improvements on the deck specifics and as they go further forward as well. But yeah, that's why I show you Rob's decks. He does do well with them, and they are basic, not in a disrespectful way, but they are basic in the sense that there's never anything that the standard Yu-Gi-Oh player can't get hold of, in the sense that, you know, you see all these profiles out there, they're like, oh, I've got all these dangers, I've got all these Lebanese, I've got all of this, I've got that, and you're like, how can I get hold of those cards? Those cards are stupid expensive, they're a pain in the ass to get hold of, whereas Rob just gets stuff through trades, and again, he doesn't have a huge collection, so it's nice to see someone that you just trade in, you trade up, you put a little bit in, a little bit there, and a bit of effort in, you put a deck together on a budget, and it just works out for you. So this is just another flip of the coin, or another space of the coin, to show you what decks like this can do, and a decent, good old-fashioned deck building session, basically. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Like I said, we do have that goal to reach by the middle of January of 15,000 subscribers. We are currently on 12,200 at the time of recording this. So I would like you to smash that like button. Let's try and get our videos up to 100 likes minimum on each, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button, because that is what keeps us going. That is what we kind of thrive on, is having so many people behind us, a fan base that, you know, enjoys what we're producing, and then we're open to be communicating with you guys. If you have any questions, put them in comments down below. We are more than happy to answer them for you, and then any deck requests or combo requests or anything like that, by all means put them in the comments below, and where able, we will bring those videos to you. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always guys, happy dueling. What's up YouTube, Dad here from YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always guys, happy dueling.